Hello and welcome back to the Martial Arts Show. Today's episode we're going to look at the difference between what's commonly known as a roundhouse kick and a turning kick. Very similar, especially to look at. The untrained eye probably even think it's the same kick. So let's check it out. So with a roundhouse kick, now both kicks can be done off the front or back leg. Traditionally do it off the back leg. It allows for the hip to come through, and in martial arts we know that hip generates power. So with a roundhouse, I know you can't see my feet, but the foot on the floor, generally when you're starting in a fighting position, my attacker's right there, my front foot is facing that attacker. A roundhouse would simply bring up that back leg, twist that foot. Now if you think that front toe points to 12 o'clock, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 9, 10 and 12. Okay, I turn that foot anti-clockwise roughly around to about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. That allows the hips to open up, and then the kick comes up. Now the striking area is actually the shin, and the shin, or the striking area starts with the shin, can go right down to the instep of the foot, which is sort of halfway down the foot. So you may find that a kick like this, a person will strike using that part or come up into the actual shin itself. So it depends what you're kicking. If you're kicking something low, it makes more sense to use the actual formal part of the shin. A little bit higher to the head, that's a lot harder, so you'd use more that instep of the foot. So with the roundhouse, if you think of the angle, what we have happen is we've got that twist and we come up on a bit of a 45 angle. So when the kick hits someone, if you think it's hitting my leg, it's going to come up on a direction like that, and it's really quite powerful. I know a kickboxer who was quite famous for his roundhouses, and his theory was that you would just keep roundhouse to the legs, so if that boxer can't, or kickboxer can't stand, he can't fight. So that makes a lot of sense. So summing up that roundhouse, turn the foot slightly, as I said, 10, 11 o'clock, come around, strike up. If it's into the ribs, then it'll be striking up into the ribs, okay, or to the head, same idea, you'll be coming up into the jawline. Now a turning kick, which Taekwondo tends to prefer, we put a little bit more hip and a little bit more twist into it. Striking area is exactly the same. So what we do here, if we go back to the clock face, foot's at 12 o'clock to start with, we'll tend to step out just a little bit, so literally pick the foot up and step out an inch or so. Then as that knee and hip comes around in the chambered position. So for those that watch the front kick, remember chamber is when the foot is cocked back. So slight step out, and then as that knee comes around, the hips twist, but the foot continues to turn. Now we'll go right past 9 o'clock, anywhere around 8, 7 o'clock, and if you're kicking high, it might even turn right around to 6 o'clock. So it's massive rotation through the foot. So that really allows the hip to come through, and then the more hip, the more power. So that's the major differences, as we see the hip and the foot. So I was always a fan of the turning kick. I'm not sure if I'll go straight on. Bang, you'll see how much I twist my hip. Now I actually fell off my kick there, so let's try that again. Kick, bang, re-chamber. Alright, notice the foot and the knee are parallel. That's another thing that's distinguished with a turning kick. In the chamber, re-chamber position, you've got that parallel position. An interesting thing is Taekwondo also has a variant on the turning kick, and that's a ball the foot turning kick. So that's where we take the toes, instead of being pointed, we pull them back and we actually strike with the ball of the foot. Usually only good for mid or high section kicks. You come in, bang, right there at temple ideally, but anyway, it's going to be effective. Now, as I said, you can come off either foot. It's going to do a roundhouse for a turning. I'm going to do it off the front. I need to step up, otherwise what I'll do is I'll rock back and kick. And that's fine if your attacker's coming at you, because you can defend back and kick. But then if you want to attack, then you go step up. So when you step up, twist the hip. Think, set the foot on the floor, chambered position, kick, come back, step and come down. So this is a great drill to do to work on your turning kicks. Step up. That's what I do is I aim up, bring that other hand up, kick and back. But that's like a bit of a challenge. See how many turning kicks you can do in a row. Especially good working on the old glutes. So have fun with the turning kick or the roundhouse, both effective. I don't particularly favour one or the other, it does depend on the situation. So remember, hit the subscribe button, people. Give us your feedback, and I'll see you again soon for the Martial Arts Show.